What's going on, everybody? It's Ricky with Video Homicide, back with another comic review slash recommendation. I've got Heavy Metal issue 1, Legacy issue 321 from the 2025 relaunch. And I just finished this maybe a week ago because I put it in my car and I was just reading a story or two every day before work. But I gotta say, man, I had a lot of fun with this. So we've got a bunch of articles talking about a bunch of bullshit that doesn't really matter. This piece right here is awesome, by the artist Erwin Papa, who's I believe heavily active on YouTube doing streams of drawings and stuff like that. And his art is just, pretty fucking awesome, I gotta say. We've got the lineup of stories here, which is great because there's a lot of good stuff. I was surprised. I thought I was only gonna like maybe one or two things, but we're gonna go through this entire issue and just see what we've got. I'm not gonna spend too much time on all this article bullshit because, you know, some of it was sort of a force to read. These are kind of cool. These are like these, these couple of paragraphs of some kind of alien bullshit, and then you get the artist's interpretation, which is pretty dope. I like that. First story up, I thought was really cool. It's called Bug by Enki Bilal, who was in a lot of the older Heavy Metal issues. It's interesting because this story is about, a world where hard drives and like USBs and everything's sort of stored on data, and then one day everything just sort of stops working. There's these two astronauts, all the people on the craft, they're dead, and the one dude's like not affected. So we'll see what happens with that. I was pretty impressed by it. The art style, like, you know, I'm not trashing it. I'm just saying it's not my favorite art style that's in this issue particularly. I think it's like a lot of pastels and stuff. Another one of those artists things. Got to write up about issue 1. The film. This one is awesome. Okay, so The Mercenary by Vincent Segrellis. Holy shit. I had a lot of fun with this. Every panel is like painted. Like it's like a full-on painting, and it's such a cool story. Sorry about this glare. It's kind of a nightmare. But this night that he's on this weird planet where these fairies tell him of all the, I don't remember the exact specifics, but he cuts this fucking spider's face off and he wears it to get past on all these local types. The Bug King. Yeah. Like these are awesome. Absolutely awesome. Crafty too, and like this, like these paintings, like I wonder how big these are, because he painted the same painting essentially 3 times there. Really cool. And then these fairies sort of wisp him off to freedom, but he's been infected with some bullshit. Another one of these artist interpretations, sort of like a rally, fucking political rally. This one right here, I feel like was like made for me, but I just there's something about it that it's written and illustrated by Craig Wilson. I think it's a great job, but there's just something about it that I don't know. Gotta find a way to not get so much fucking glare here. For anyone that knows the Heavy Metal movie, maybe that's my problem with it. It's sort of like this chick comes out of nowhere and is basically like, they're trying to get him to join them, essentially. Like this from the B-17 bomber clip, which was like the shortest clip, but like also one of the most coolest. And I don't know if I don't know if I like the angle it goes, but we'll see what happens because it says end with a question mark, and I just feel like there's going to be more. This is a really cool one-pager. This story right here might be my favorite in the whole fucking issue. So, Burton Inside by Jose Ortiz and Antonio Segura. Dudes, you made something that is so fucking cool. The way that it's colored, just everything. It's sort of like these goofy monsters being transported by these two dudes, and they end up discovering a castle and a bunch of monsters and stuff. Like literally like the Dracula, Frankenstein monster, all that stuff. Yeah, I thought it was so cool, and just the way it just looks so, I don't know, it just tickles me pink. This is for a tribute to the artist Greg Hildebrandt, who passed away. He did a lot of really marvelous art, which you can see right here, complete with glare. This sort of looks like Tim Roth, fucking Mr. Orange. A lot of really good stuff. This story is awesome too. Evil Sex Bitch. This sort of font gives me Von Baudet vibes. My next project I'm starting, I'm using watercolor, so I'm very inspired by this kind of stuff. And you know, I love like this whole piece right here, like, you know, with the chick driving and then like boom to the shift. Like, I just think it's so cool. Sort of looks like a wiener right here in a way. The second page, or the, like this, like, yeah, like look at this shit, man. This is awesome. This is awesome. That last panel, and then the final page is just like boom. Looks so cool. Fuck the glare, dude. I'm going to have to figure out a better system in the future. It's also like printed on glossy stuff. This one is for Tarna, the character in the final. Story by Lee Moore, John Reppian, art by Anna Moroza, colors by Ellie Wright, letters by Tom Napolitano, edits by... That seems like a lot of fucking people to work on a comp. That's like something that I don't really understand, because a lot of times it's just like either one artist that writes it and draws it, or two, but like to have all these fucking people, I don't get it. Cool stuff. Very, very digital looking, which is sort of, you know, this, like, I prefer the other Tarna story that'll show up in a little bit here. Yeah. Not too much to say about that. Look Back at the Madness of Den, Richard Corbin. This is cool right here. This story right here, another like heavily digital one, but like I just think this one is cool, man. Sort of the story of this like cyborg fucking saxophone player, or trumpet player. It was fun. This is an interesting one, but very short. It's about like these dwarves about to go to war, and it's just like some people breaking through, like whatever the fuck you call them, miners. This one right here is another one, much like the B-17 bomber one, that's sort of not a letdown, but I just feel like it's, I don't know, because it takes like these stories that I hold so dear, and they kind of like spin them around, and I'm like, I don't know if that's the way I would have done it, but again, sort of very digitally looking. I had a dream when I was a kid, like the thing that happens to the dad when he opens the orb up and it like melts him. I had a dream that happened to me when I was a kid. It scared the fuck out of me. What was this? The Trails of Turning. Oh yeah, this is the one. Yeah, this chick here. This warrior chick. This was a good one. Lots of crazy ass stuff happening. Like I'm entertained by this enough to like continue. This is a really good one right here, The Bleeding Coast. This guy is like he was a sacrifice, basically. He has this huge weight tied around his neck, but he survived it, and now he's helping like this ghost kid or whatever the fuck it is. Fun stuff. See, there's like an example of like past ones that went down with the bodies like floating up with the weights. This one might have been the longest story in the whole book, but another one of those disclosures. Some fucking short story thing. This next Tarna story, this is the one that I really liked. I think this one looks way better. Like, I love these green fuckers. Just more up my alley. Cut in half. When I was a kid, and Star Wars came out, The Phantom Menace, I remember this chick that lived in the apartment building said that Darth Maul gets cut in half, and that's the way that I thought she meant. I love like how there's this head right there. Really cool stuff. The Last Roots, I don't really remember this one too much. Oh yeah, yes I do. This one's pretty fucking interesting to looking, but very like blue. I don't exactly remember the story of this one. This is the Jim Rugg story, so shout out to Jim Rugg. Kind of looks like Jim Rugg right there in a way. Kecksburg UFO by Jim Rugg. It's awesome that he got involved in the fucking heavy metal, dude. Is that it? Oh yeah, so that was it for the Jim Rugg story. This one right here is really fucking crazy looking. Like I love all of this. It's very like sketchy and like almost like he like took a can of spray paint and just like went across it a few times. Crazy shit. Yeah. This is the Tim Vigil one, which I said, I think in another video, like this is not exact. It's not very like when I think of Tim Vigil, I think of something way different than this. Maybe it's because I'm used to his stuff being black and white. Still looks phenomenal. Lots of like digital coloring. And like this zoom in, I don't know about that. Cool shit though, regardless. This is an interesting little story. Valentina. Black and white stuff. Looks good. Cool, like how like the shower's coming down, like all the stuff's popping off. Yeah. I enjoyed it. There was, I think the last story I really loved as well. Is it this one? No. This is by the artist Jock. Maybe that was the... Let me just get some random shit in the back, but... Oh, okay, here's what I wanted to talk about. So, Harry Canyon makes an appearance, and so do these two dope heads. I'm glad that this happened. This is going to be like an ongoing thing, but I just wish there was like a whole comic of both of these guys. So hopefully that continues on. This is kind of cool to check out the back matter, because there's some cool alternate covers and stuff. This is the one that I got. Sorry about the fucking shitty ass glare. There's the Frazetta one. Tony Moore did sort of a take on the original cover. Nichos, love Nichos. Did both those. Cool stuff, man. That's actually a really good one too. But there you have it. Issue 1 of the relaunch. I enjoyed it. I'll be checking out the second issue. So if anybody's interested, you can message me at cinema.187 on Instagram, or you can go to the link in the description of this video. Go to how to order on the website. You can pick up my zines, which I should have fucking had ready, but the only thing I have out here, the newest shit is the High as a Fly, which goes along with Out on Parole and Pawn Shop Funny. So you can get those as a bundle if you'd like. Same with Cinema 187. But with that being said, stay tuned for more videos, and I'll check you in the next one. Peace.